and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight. You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. And the new power rankings, still only the first month of the season. Here's a chance to compare early returns. Look at San Antonio. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've got Jackson Hayes. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with James. Then there's Doncic, and it's Reeves in at the shooting guard. And for the Spurs, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Chris Paul is out there with Fox, and it's Vassell in at the 3 slot. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Pass to Sohan. Paul outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And despite having a generational talent in Wembanyama, Shams, the Spurs never skipping steps. They've got great detail to everything they do.
The Spurs draft and develop. That has been their calling card. San Antonio may not be a big free agent destination and magnet, but who knows, with Victor Wembanyama there, they are going to have the ability to attract players and potentially go after players in trades. They have a ton of capital assets, draft picks that they can trade. And Victor Wembanyama has the ability to be a generational star, like you said, Kevin, and players will eventually want to be there.
Quickly, can you even go back to a time when they've added Wembanyama, they've added Lively in Dallas, the Thunder's Chet Holmgren, what he did as a rookie? These young bigs have been sensational to watch. The size that the league has added has been off the charts.
And the center position might just be back, but let's look at that 2023 NBA draft. Let's revisit that in 5 to 6 years. That could be a draft that eventually will be regarded among the very best.
Vassell with it, defended by Reeves. Fox, solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome, getting good positioning close to the basket.
Pass to Finney-Smith. LeBron left side. The 19-foot shot, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Wembanyama, a screen on Doncic. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
In the corner, it's James. Doncic looking it over. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot in flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's the Lakers. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratch in your head, because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this crew. That's not gone away, but I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Lakers trail by 3. LeBron outside. Doncic outside. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Paul, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta.
You know, as he's gotten older, the outside jumpers become a bigger part of Paul's game, as it needs to.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, Doncic, even when an opposing defense is giving him everything he can handle, he still finds a way to score. He's averaging over 33 points a game. Now here's Hayes. Rocket 2. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Spurs working the ball around now. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And that's the weight room strength of Doncic right there, fully displayed.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Greg Popovich.
Their plan defensively is to try to make LeBron into a jump shooter. Now, Coach said many teams plan that, but it rarely works out. You have to fully commit to it. Of course, that means LeBron will be getting all of their attention. Guys?
Thank you, David. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Lakers with some changes. Lenz checked in for Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for LeBron. And it's Connect in for Austin Reeves. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. 8-point game. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And the second free throw, good.
You know, from the moment Luka entered the league, despite the naysayers, he's been a star, a legitimate star. And that's something you don't see very often.
Inside, Sohan played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's Doncic. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Phoenix.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Sohan, the pass to Vassell. Fox feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Here's Castle. Guarded by Doncic. Castle misses.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Here's Doncic. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Savvy play call that time by Luka, creating some room for himself out there. Got some space, just what he needed.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
San Antonio making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Doncic. He has 7. Lakers working the ball around now. Vanderbilt with it. Sohan's there.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Vassell with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. And the Spurs lead by 9.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now, here's Vanderbilt. No scoring in this one. Right wing. Lenka kicks to Doncic. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Vassell, the pass to Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Doncic. Even when an opposing defense is giving him everything he can handle, he still finds a way to score. He's averaging over 33 points a game. Glenn, good.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. Now, here's Doncic. He has 7. Shot from 12. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Doncic has got 9.
No matter what you throw at Doncic, he'll adapt. Nice shot there.
Pass to Sohan. Land against Wembanyama. A shot that time, not on target.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Doncic outside. The 3. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Castle. Guarded by Doncic. And that one, good. And the Spurs lead by 6.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Doncic outside. Over Castle. And he can't bank that one in. The 3 from Barnes. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the San Antonio Spurs. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 9 points. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. They've got Castle. Barnes out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Fox. And it's Bassey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Fox against Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. Sinks the three-pointer. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. So it's the Spurs now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Fox. Pass to Castle. Lock at 6. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. LeBron slashes inside. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
You know, once he takes that first step, LeBron is virtually unstoppable. Raw athleticism gives him the upper hand.
Here's Castle. To the middle. And he dunks it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
and somehow it's become a real struggle at the free throw line. He's lost his way there. I mean, he's not having anywhere near the same success he had there last season.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Lakers trail by 7. Reeves outside. Here's LeBron. San Antonio with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
And so he hits both.
They have capitalized well from the free throw line. Their percentage, very impressive.
Lakers trail by 9. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. EA, thanks.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Paul comes in for Keldon Johnson. Now here's James. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix. Pulls up. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead, and we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Lakers making a switch here. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Luka Doncic.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Sohan. Here's Castle. Spurs working the ball around now. Fox from outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Fox has got 14 points.
Man, he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Fox against Reeves. Here's the 3. Rebound, San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11 points. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Milton, following the bucket by the Spurs. Morris with a screen on Fox. Here's Reeves. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Finney-Smith. They set the pick. From 15 feet away. And Paul pulls it down. San Antonio leading by 7. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Never surprising to see Chris Paul start the break now. But as we see right there, he's just as good at finishing it.
Fox against Reeves. Rebound, San Antonio. Fox has got his 4th rebound in this one. Morris with the rebound.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done. Milton
finds Morris. From deep, Reeves. The rebound by the Spurs. There's the drive.
You like how Castle plays at his pace, accelerating when he wants to.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Wembanyama, he's checked in for San Antonio. Vassell comes in for Castle. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. James checked in for Markieff Morris. Hachimura comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Shake Milton. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. 11-point game. Pass to Connect. No good on the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Vassell outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Vassell's got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
James outside. And it's Hachimura in the corner. No good again that time.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Lakers trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And LeBron used to getting hit. This is the level of attention this man attracts from the D.
He misses the free throw.
Boy, LeBron just continues to perform at a very high level, which is simply incredible when you consider his age.
Castle's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And he sinks the second. Paul with the ball. He has 5. It's Vassell on the wing. Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. Clock at 4. Wembanyama down low. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. The drive by LeBron. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Castle. On the 3 off target. Lakers trail by 13. Here's LeBron. Second chance shot. That shot missing. Good defense by Wembanyama. Paul outside. To the paint. And the dunk by Sohan.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. Doncic outside. Pass to Hachimura. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Vassell, the pass to Sohan. A three-pointer is right on target. Sohan's got 5 points now this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
And the Lakers with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Good on the bucket.
I think it's the in-between game, along with his savvy and ball handling, that separates Luka as a world-class scorer.
Vassell outside. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. And another basket for San Antonio.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Doncic. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or to become alarmed about it.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
Here's Castle, guarded by Doncic. Vassell outside. Good on the triple. Vassell's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Spurs. And so it's San Antonio holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. Guys weren't in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to bother shooters without opening up the driving lanes?
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spots for the next few years.
That's a big leap, Kenny. One or two of them, maybe, but most guys don't ever get to that level.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the point.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. The Lakers in fifth.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for L.A. Trailing by 17. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Paul can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 15. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game. Another assist in the career of Chris Paul. As good as anybody we've seen pass the rock.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And here is Doncic. He's got 24. Just 5 to shoot. A floater. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Vassell finds Fox. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Austin Reeves picks one up.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, James checked in for Hayes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Connect in for Austin Reeves.
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked, but when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
And again, no good by the Lakers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Yeah, Vassell looking comfortable and confident from the corner.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. James outside. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Doncic. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 26.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Paul outside. It's Vassell on the wing. Launches it. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Lakers trail by 20. That's tipped. Fox with the steal. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Spurs leading by 20. Vassell outside. Paul right side. The kick out to Fox. From about 16. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Alton Connect picks one up.
Well, that was a savvy move by the veteran Paul, ensuring he gets fouled while taking that shot.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And so Paul nails both of them. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Now here's James. 10 points for him. Pass to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good from long range. Finney-Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I think that's one of his specialties, really. Finney-Smith is out there to defend at a high level and knock down 3.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Castle's checked in for Vassell. Vincent's checked in for Los Angeles. Well, you know your low post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can drain free throws like this group can. Victor Wembanyama, 3rd.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Pack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
Here's Castle. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Paul's got such a fluid shooting motion. From the moment he lets it go, everything about it's smooth.
To the wing on the left. Finney-Smith passes to Vanderbilt. Lakers passing it around from deep LeBron. And another 3 for the Lakers.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
Hall finds Wembanyama. Fox with it. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 21. Here's James. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
LeBron James refusing to be denied, just muscling through that foul to get the shot off.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Len's checked in.
What's up?
Free throw, no good for LeBron. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Vincent following the basket by Chris Paul. From 12 feet out. That one a little long.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Nice shot by Wembanyama, no good. Now connect. Still without a basket. LeBron, no good. Spurs leading by 21. Paul surveying the floor. The wide open look here for Fox. Pass to Castle. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
That free throw, no good.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for Fox. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Hachimura, he's checked in for James. Good on the second free throw. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Here's Connect. He has yet to score. Shot from 12. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. And the Spurs with possession here. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Here's Castle. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lakers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Morris outside over Barnes and count it from 19 feet away. Spurs leading by 20. Wembanyama outside, looking to get it going, and it's good on the layup. Wembanyama's got 6.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Connect with it. Chris Paul covering. Shot on the wing. Connect. No good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And how about the vision from Castle, spotting that opening and making the pass on time?
Lakers have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Pass to Morris, over to the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
The first one falls. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Well, Connect started his NBA journey at a community college, grew 3 inches while he was there, eventually transferred to a major program and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Wembanyama against Len. Nobody near Barnes. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to connect. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Drills it from outside.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Johnson outside. Wembanyama against Len. No good on the free throw.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
The Spurs making a switch here. Rynham's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. Vincent with it. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Morris. To the left wing. Takes a three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Castle is out there with Fox. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Bassey in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Fox, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Len. And it's Connect in the corner. Misses the 3. San Antonio leading by 20. To the inside, here's Fox. Johnson surveying the floor. And Johnson with the stop.
Taking the gloves off. You like how Johnson attacks the rim once he's there.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now Vincent. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Len. LeBron comes in for Markieff Morris. Austin Reeves is checked in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Pass to James. And it's off from three-point range.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here is Hachimura. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Up top, Reeves. Guarded by Fox. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Fox with plenty of space. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Fox has got 22 points.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now here's James. That's tipped. The second chance effort. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Castle. Guarded by Doncic. Fox kicks to Johnson. Pass to Bassey. 5 to shoot. Barnes. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Hey, when you lay off of Harrison Barnes, he's going to go right up on the catch.
Here's Doncic. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Spurs. That free throw good from Doncic. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
The Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now, here's Doncic. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Now, here's Doncic. It's deflected. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Here's Castle. LeBron with the block.
What timing by James on the denial. His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
The Spurs making a switch here. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Now here is Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has every tool that you need to have to be an MVP one day.
San Antonio making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. All free throws good from Doncic. The Spurs have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter.
Hey, and Barnes not playing around when he gets near the bucket. When he has the ball deep inside, he's looking to bang it.
And the Lakers with possession here. And here is Doncic. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Here's Castle after the basket by Los Angeles. Pass to Bassie. Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And what a pass. What a slam. The rookie, Mr. Castle.
L.A. has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Reeves outside. LeBron outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy. Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special, special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. We've passed year 20 for LeBron James. Clark, how is he still doing this?
Well, I'd love to find out, but he's got a combination of remarkable DNA and obviously a tremendous work ethic and attention to detail and taking care of his body. But some of it's a blend of good fortune and a lot of hard work. But he's played at a level at his age that I never thought I'd see in basketball. It's different in other sports, but to do what he's doing on the court is amazing.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Castle. And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Castle. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Johnson up top. And he lays it straight in.
And nicknamed Big Body, Johnson doesn't shy away from contact, using that size and strength to gut through it.
Timeout called the Lakers. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And Milton's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. On the wing, Morris. Milton with it. Over Castle. And the Lakers with another miss. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the result. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Milton. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Morris. And that time, also a missed shot. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for De'Aaron Fox.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Now Milton. Pass to connect. From the wing. As he pulls it in. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Milton looking around. Here's Morris. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, De'Aaron. It was a great start tonight. How did you get that big lead in the first half?
We were just able to get stops. I mean, offensively, we got shots that we wanted to get, and we were able to knock them down. Coming to the game, we knew that we had to keep them out of transition. I think we did a good job of it in the first quarter. I think that's how we jumped out into that lead in the first half.
You were able to ride that wave all the way to the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Dave